You know, I'm seeing a trend of women dating weak men, dating men who they know they can manipulate, dating men who they know have no spine. A lot of it has to do with a woman's desire to assert her dominance, right? It came from a place of weakness, a feeling of helplessness as children, and as just the female sex. And so they overcompensate by trying to assert themselves or even trying to become like men. They literally start to wear Timberland boots, right? They go Bronx mode. And the problem with that type of empowerment is that it actually causes you to attract a lot of weak men. The types of men that are so weak that you end up cheating on them. The types of men that are so weak that you end up feeling like a freaking Terminator. And that creates resentment in your heart. But it creates an addiction to the power. And that's a cycle that's very difficult to break in a lot of women. And so we're going to be watching a video where Shada Khan talks about the epidemic of dating weak men amongst women and what you could do about it in this video. And this is why, man, you know, like I always tell women, do your thing, date your rich old guy. But a lot of them are dating guys that they know they can manipulate. And that power imbalance, because it is also a power imbalance, because, you know, they want the pum pum so badly, causes, it hurts you. It hurts you. You begin to resent men. You begin to look down on men, and you start to overgeneralize. That's the issue, right? It doesn't just stay specific to a person, but that you generalize to a lot of men. So we're gonna be watching this video where she talks about this, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. And yeah, man, and let's see what she has to say.
It's slightly different to how we all like junk food. In the short term, it tastes great. Afterwards, you feel shit, and you know your body will pay the price. Similarly, when you take a weak man, for the first moments, you feel like you're on a power trip, and you feel loved, actually, that he caves into you.
Adored.
You feel as a woman that he must really love me because he just listens to everything I say and he concedes to everything. So you start to have an inflated ego, and you think, this is great, this feels like love, he really loves me because he gives into everything. Over time, you're pushing more and more because you're looking for the boundaries.
So manly.
We all are. As human beings, we look for our boundaries. So she ends up pushing him more and more to the point where she starts to hate him.
Happy life, happy wife, happy life. Where they start to cater to their girls so much, and they begin to become afraid of their women. And a woman, how could you respect that? You grow bitter. Like, you will grow bitter. You're gonna become a Terminator. Like, how could you be happy? Well, the problem is that you get addicted to the power. And usually the more kids you guys have, a lot of times the woman senses that he can't walk away. And so some women who are power hungry, who are more masculine, who are more in their masculine, they take advantage of that and they emasculate the guys. Ladies, I work with men. Like, you know, I have a channel for men called Mindful Seduction. And they tell me that all the time, how more women nowadays are more masculine than they've ever been before. And it's never been like that. And what's funny is that this is more so amongst younger women now. Younger women are more Terminators than ever before. They're more into feminism. There's nothing wrong with feminism, but you got to understand what you're getting yourself into. They have this weird way of talking like it's women versus men. And it creates unnecessary enemies so that they could unite under the light of feminism. And the root cause of a lot of Terminators, honestly, is that ideology. You know, where they tell you to be like a man, but in reality, you're not a man. You're a woman. You know, men and women are happy in different roles biologically. And so these feminists will date a lot of simps. And they'll give them good sex to get him hooked on it. And then she'll use the sex as a way to manipulate the guy. A lot of women do that. You know, I'm not here attacking you guys. I'm just letting you know that you're just addicted to the power, right?
Because she doesn't feel safe around him and she can't see the stop sign. And we need stop signs. As human beings, we need it at work, we need it in the law, we need it in our relationships. So what happens is that kind of ego boost turns into contempt. She starts to have resentment and contempt towards this.
People, I didn't watch this video, but me and her, we understand. The resentment that women have towards men, a lot of it comes because of a man's weakness and a woman's tolerance of his weakness. It's imperative for you ladies not to tolerate weak men. Get them out of your life. Don't let a man let you put him down. If you notice that he lets you say, yes, queen, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, man. Like, honestly, I already see a robotic hand on your left hand. You're becoming a Terminator. Like, you don't want to deal with weak men. That will make you into a Terminator.
Man for being unable to make her feel safe and protected. So unfortunately, that weak man that initially you're thinking is great because he agrees with all your ideologies is later going to be the bone of contention, and you're actually going to go out and seek a man who's more toxic and more difficult and actually more who's punishing you because you've been craving boundaries.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. That one time you see the man that you're dating, a man pushes you and your man sees that, a lot of these weak men look away and act like they didn't see that. They're fucking pathetic. If you're able to bully him, Tyrone, the personal trainer, could also bully him. If you're able to keep him in submission, Bob the programmer can keep him in submission too. You never feel safe around that guy. And that will cause you to become more aggressive, more masculine. And that masculinity comes because of resentment, not because of self-assuredness and confidence. It comes because of insecurity. What do you do about that? Know yourself. You're not a Terminator. You're not a man. Know you are a woman and embrace that. Be comfortable with it. Stop trying to be a man. You will lose attraction to those feminine guys when you tap into your feminine. But there's just too much like male empowerment and female empowerment in the toxic areas, man. Like it's crazy. And like I said, even women on my channel tell me that like they get mad when I talk about this. It just blows my mind. Like, it's like, I'm not trying to hurt. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to help you guys. And I know you guys don't want to hear this, but it's true. This whole thing of trying to con a guy or even trying to get something out of it because guys don't give love and guys, he's gonna cheat anyways. Lord, that's you giving up, man. You can't give up on love like that, man. Like, they're lying to you, man. Not every guy's a cheater. Not every guy's a bitch. Not every guy's a simp. They're lying to you. Good men are out there. It's just where you're looking at, where you're finding them. They're not, the right guys are not where you're looking at. You know, and also, if you can't find the right man, a lot of the times it's just a reflection of your mindset. If you believe there are good men, you're gonna find good men. If you believe there are only bad men, you're only gonna find bad men. You know. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think about this. Check out that course. I'm gonna talk about my course afterwards. Bye bye.
Are you needy and creepy? Do you have a tough time coming across confident when you like the person? A lot of the times you just don't know what to do. You have habits and patterns that whenever somebody triggers you, you completely forget what to do the right thing. Well, guess what? I have a course for that. And it's called The Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and The Feminine Woman, what I call the fundamentals. All of those courses are meant to eradicate and exercise the needy, creepy parts in you through action. Meaning, you do what the videos say, and without a shadow of a doubt, you actually get the results. You'll notice that men call you back more. Men will want more relationships with you. They're gonna be the ones that are needy and creepy. They're gonna be the ones that want something. They're gonna be the ones that are the aggressors in trying to get a relationship out of you. But the problem is that a lot of people just watch one or two videos and completely forget that there's actually a system. Don't just watch one or two videos. Get the system either by purchasing all of them and get a discount, or purchase them individually. Because a lot of the times, just watching one video in isolation, you actually miss the big picture. You have to understand why it works. You have to understand what to do next. And a lot of times, my videos just can't address that. A lot of people, you'll see by the testimonies right here, a lot of people have done what those videos say, and they've gotten results. Like the other day, I was in Mexico and they were like, hey, Alexis. And I'm like, hey, oh my God, your videos are so great. And I'm like, and she was like, look at my kid. I'm like, what you talk about your kid? That's not my kid. She's like, no, because of him, because of your videos, he's here. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's a thing. But I get that a lot. And ironically, that woman watches all of my videos, right? So purchase those courses, man. And if you don't like it, you actually could get a 30-day money-back guarantee, right? Purchase them individually or get a discount and purchase them all by clicking on the description down below. You have the option of purchasing the one with the bonuses that obviously it's more material, where it's like I give you guys meditations. There's also other courses on how to make friends, how to master anything, or you could purchase it without the bundle, which is much more affordable, all right? And with that, you guys are able to support my channel, which will allow me to make more videos, okay? Anyways, see you guys inside, and thank you.